My friend, there would always be somebody who looks better than you. There will always be somebody who has more money than you, somebody who has more status than you, who is more intelligent than you, who walks better than you, okay, who is more appealing, who has more charm, more swag than you do. And there's somebody who has more swag than that person who has more swag than you do. It never ends. You have to be grounded in who you are. In this particular video, I'll be speaking with you on 7 things that men do in a relationship when they lack self-esteem. Being confident in your relationship and making sure you are handling things with a certain level of groundedness, and that you as a man are first grounded in who you are, in yourself. It's absolutely important. Otherwise, you are going to self-sabotage your own relationship, and you will continue to sabotage your life. The number one thing most men do when they lack self-esteem in a relationship is that they constantly seek validation. They constantly seek validation from their partner, from their girlfriend, from their wife. It's either you are seeking validation in your looks, you are seeking validation in the way you dress, you are seeking validation in the nature of work that you do. You are constantly wanting the girl to validate you and praise you and give you a certain level of, euphoria, and constantly reassuring you that what you're doing is great, or constantly assuring you that your job is great, or that you look good, or babe, you dressed well today. You don't want to be this kind of man. You want to have a certain level of groundedness in you, with you as a man. You can't place your value or your emphasis on how your partner sees you or on how other people perceive you, because you should be more grounded in yourself. You should be more assured in yourself as a man. You can't let your girl be the one to constantly motivate you. This also is a subconscious turn off for a lot of women. This is a trait that most of us actually associate, that I personally even associate with women. I associate women to be the ones who constantly seek your validation, who constantly want you to tell them how good they look. When they make their nails, they want you to, bow down to it and be like, baby, you look so good. Or when they dress well and all that. This is something that I attribute a little bit more to women. But if you as a man are exhibiting this sort of traits where you constantly seek acceptance, validation, praise from your partner in terms of your walk, in terms of your looks, in terms of your endeavors, in terms of your personality, however you want to paint this is not something you want to be as a man. It's okay if my wife praises me. It's okay if my partner tells me how good I look and all that. That's great. I love that. I would, absolutely bask in that. But you can't go asking for it. You can't go seeking that out. You can't go, requesting that. You can't go feeling that way or wanting that to be something you thrive on. If you're doing this already, it's a sign of low self-esteem. The second thing most men do when they lack self-esteem in their relationship is that they compare themselves with other people. You begin to compare yourself with your peers, with your friends, with your colleagues. You compare your relationship to other people's relationship. You compare the dynamics of another person's relationship and how their partner may be taking care of them versus how you are being taken care of or understood. You begin to compare and relate with the financial status of your friends and what your financial status is with your partner at the moment. You begin to compare the kind of work that other people do versus the kind of work you do, or how smooth and beautiful their relationship is. You don't know what's going on the inside, right? Do you? Because social media is a false place. It's a place where people only display the good. They don't display the bad. You can't be in that frame of mind where you constantly are comparing yourself with the next person out there, or you're comparing your partner with another person, or you're even comparing yourself this time like with other men or with other people. You have to be very confident in the type of person you are. My friend, there would always be somebody who looks better than you. There will always be somebody who has more money than you. There will always be somebody who has more status than you, who is more intelligent than you, who walks better than you, okay, who is more appealing, who has more charm, more swag than you do. And there's somebody who has more swag than that person who has more swag than you do. It never ends. You have to be grounded in who you are and enjoy the person that you are. You have to embrace the person that you are. Comparing yourself with other people is only going to lead you to worse and worse path. You are going to keep trying to strive and get to a certain level that you will never, ever attain. You have to be content in the person you are. You have to buttress your own skills, your own personality. Everybody has a star to them. You could see like two entirely different men who are extremely appealing, who are extremely handsome, but they don't look anything like themselves. One may be jacked up, one may just be skinned, the other person may have hair and is slim, but they equally look good. Women will still find them appealing. Even the same kind of woman may still find those two kind of men appealing because they are growing in who they are. They are nurturing their strength, their uniqueness, their individuality. They are growing it. And you want to be that kind of man and not the type who compares himself with other people. Not the type who thinks to himself, oh, this person has a house, I don't have a house. This person has 6 packs, I don't have 6 packs. This person drives a Lamborghini, I only drive a Toyota. This person has a very beautiful wife and look at my partner. She's not even appealing to me. You don't want to be this kind of man. Do not compare yourself with anybody for any reason. You want to be confident in the person that you are. You want to bask in the person that you are. You want to bask in your own glory, buttress your own strength as a man, and keep growing in whatever it is that you've chosen to do. Do not ever compare yourself with other people. This will begin to hamper your relationship. Women can sense low self-esteem from miles away. And once you begin to compare yourself with other people, she will begin to lose a certain level of attraction for you. The third thing that most men do when they lack self-esteem in their relationship is that they apologize excessively. When you're genuinely wrong about something, own up to it and apologize. But if you're apologizing out of fear of losing a relationship, out of fear of losing your girlfriend, out of low self-esteem, this is going to keep hampering your life, your relationship, and you will never be successful with dating. There are some men who feel that they have found a certain kind of woman who they pedestalize. When they feel like, something is rocking their relationship, even though it's not their fault, they end up apologizing to the girl. They end up trying to make things amicable with the girl, even when she's the one in the wrong, because they can't afford losing a girl like that. They're thinking to themselves, I can't lose this girl. I don't know if I could ever find another person. And out of fear, they apologize for something they didn't do. You need to stop apologizing excessively to people. The fourth thing that I've noticed that most men do is that they do not trust their partner. You do not want to be the person who feeds your lack of trust in a relationship. This is going to drive you nuts. If you, for any reason, do not trust your partner or is based off of evidence or something that has happened in the past, you need to address that deeply and seriously with her. You don't want to be this kind of man who feeds his fear and who feeds lack of trust. You're getting so obsessive. You beginning to stalk the girl. You beginning to want to control her life. No girl wants to be with a man who is choking her like that with so much, lack of trust. You want to know every single detail about her because you're feeding the fear and the lack of trust that you have in her. You are feeding your own insecurities continuously with this girl, and this is what's making you lose it. Anything that makes you feed your lack of trust in a woman, you need to take off. Remain steadfast. Do not feed your lack of trust. She can smell it from miles away. Another thing that most men do when they lack self-esteem in a relationship is that they overcompensate. It's either they are excessively working out, they are doing excessive things, maybe buying all the material things in the world, they are buying wristwatches, they are buying different colognes, they are buying different cars. They think living in the next best place will make them more attractive. They are buying things for the girl all the time and spoiling her with gifts and spending money on her and overcompensating, going the extra mile to do and keep doing out of insecurity. It's not that they are doing it out of any other place, but it's out of insecurity. You don't want to believe that the material things of this world will make you happy or will make you more settled or will make you more grounded or will make you more attractive. I don't know what you have been told out there, but nothing in this world can actually make you fulfilled except you doing your destiny. No woman can give you fulfillment. No material things can give you fulfillment. No car or house can give you true fulfillment, true satisfaction in who you are. None of those would ever give you fulfillment. The only thing that will give you fulfillment is the knowledge of God and groundedness in yourself and pursuing your destiny, your purpose, being on course of your purpose. If you think that by buying buying more and more things for yourself, by buying and spending more on your partner, by entertaining a lot of materialistic things, by spending, going to clubs and looking for the next girl, or seeking out the next person, if you think that all these things will bring you fulfillment or make you happy, then you are absolutely off course. You need to find groundedness in yourself, to tap your other source from another place, which is God. Your connection with the spirit being, with the spiritual, is something that can give you a little bit of groundedness, that can expose your eyes to a different dimension where you are pursuing your purpose instead of constantly seeking validation, acceptance in the materialistic things of this world. None of those things will ever make you happy. If you believe in overcompensating or doing excessively, doing more and more in the sake of being accepted by people, then you are losing it as a man. You do not want to follow this path at all. Another thing that most men do when they lack self-esteem in a relationship is that they constantly put themselves down. They talk themselves into a lot of negativity. They believe that they are of no good. The things you could have been pursuing, the projects you could have embarked on, that girl that you could have talked to, you just talk yourself out of it. You don't try. No zeal, no motivation. What kind of man do you want to be genuinely? I would rather die trying and not try at all. I will keep knocking and pushing and knocking and pushing. You want to have this kind of mentality where you do not give up. They tell you, let's go to the gym. You say, no, can't go. Everyone there is going to judge me. You're not the worst looking person in the gym. Somebody in the gym who looks worse than you. There's nothing better than being better. If you have no motivation, is she going to be the one motivating you? Is she going to be the one driving you? What kind of example do you want to be to your children? If not for yourself, do it for your family. Do it for the people who rely on you. This is the enemy fighting you. This is the devil trying to deviate you from your goal, from your plan, from your destiny as a man. You are a man. You are created with potential, with strength, with zeal. And the enemy is trying to talk you out of doing positive things in the world for yourself and for your family. Encourage yourself. Stay motivated always. The last thing I'm going to mention here that most men do when they lack self-esteem in their relationship is that they do not express their true feelings. They are afraid of speaking up or saying how they truly feel in situations because they do not want to offend people. They do not want to offend their girlfriend. So they shut up. They keep quiet. Who is she that you can't tell her how you feel? That you can't speak to her and tell her, hey, I don't like what you did. I take exceptions to the things that you've done. You need to know your place as a man. You're afraid of losing her. How can you be a man who is afraid of telling your partner what you feel? First, you need to have charge over your life as a man. Then you can transition that charge to every other aspect of your life. Go ahead, subscribe, also like the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.